I'd like to say it's a good thing now. I'll tell you at 11 tonight, but this is the wild card game of the year for all NHL teams. You get 3 days off. Everybody's usually very tired and they need that break. Nobody hits the ice. There's nobody throwing in extra workouts. So you're not sure where the hands are going to be. You just hope mentally you can get back into regular season form quickly if you have a rivalry game. The mental part, I think, will be there. The hands may not be, and it may be I'm not sure how the execution's going to be tonight, but I think both teams will be wired.
When you're looking at the stretch now coming out of the break, when you talk about prepping the team kind of getting in a certain mental state, are they prepping just for the immediate, or is it kind of now this next big push you guys know is coming before you guys, the next 6 weeks or so?
Yeah, I think we've got the aberration of the outdoor game coming in, so this block is a post-Christmas game. We want to get back to where we were. There'll be a great event for the outdoor game, and that is a completely different mindset. And then when we come off that and look from then till the break, we're on the road, and it's road hockey, and that's what we want to get. Colorado, we're going to need to play road hockey at home, and this is really where we'll set our minds and our identity mentally to play a certain style that allows you to be successful on the road. We would then want to carry that straight through the rest of the year. So this is an identity month for us. At some point, we believe we'll have players come in, but that doesn't mean you won't have players go out. So the first 3 games here coming back, especially going into back-to-back, coming off this game, will be about reestablishing our game, getting back to the push, and then we would want to get our game to a mentality that allows us to play well on the road, which is why we had success in the playoffs last year. It's the true identity of our team.
Coach Lundell and Reinhardt have been so good together on the PK. Obviously, they have a ton of experience playing on a line together, but they're also both defensive-minded forwards. Is there one that maybe is more of a contributing factor to the chemistry, or do you think it's kind of a balance of all of that?
Well, I think Sam is how would I put him? He's going to shape what the two of them can do offensively on that, because they do generate and they score goals shorthanded. And I think Anton, early in his career, when they would touch the puck, he'd be looking for it. And there are times when you just can't, where you shouldn't be looking for it. It's get it down and change. Sam's experience lets him mold Anton to the point that they almost both know immediately whether there's something there or not. And that's why if it's early enough in the shift and they touch it and there's room, they both go at the exact same time. So there's no confusion between the two. Is this a place that we should put offense or not? The defensive part of it, Sam Reinhardt was a nominee for the Selke, and Lundell, that's his core game. So they have that together. What's really changed for them is Anton's face-off prowess on his weak side, because he's a lefty and so many of the power play centermen are lefties. He's on his weak side, but he still takes those face-offs. And if he gets kicked out, we got a righty there. Or if he's having a tough night, Sam can take those face-offs. So that's allowed him to come off the bench first every time and get him into a good rhythm. We've also cut back on them a little bit on the PK, and that is because Sam Bennett's come in. Sam Bennett and Evan Rodriguez are now going out as a pair, and they've been really good.
Matt Samoskowicz, coach, obviously missed a couple of games, but out there today, is he good to go?
We expect it. We'll decide at game time, but he felt good in the morning skate, so as of right now, he'd be good to go.
Would that be Jack coming out?
I haven't announced it yet.
Well, Coach, your team enters tonight having won 8 of your last 10. I know you mentioned, N2's return has been a big part of that, but is there anything else that's kind of enabled those results?
I think our goaltending is a big part of it. They've played very well. We've played a whole bunch of playoff teams in that. I think the expectations of what the game should look like against playoff teams sets our minds right. Our risk threshold has been good. We've been better in terms of what we gave off the rush. At the start of that 8-2, in the 2 games prior to it, I'll include the Columbus game, we'd given up 6 breakaways in 2 games, and that's just us forcing things that we shouldn't force and being too aggressive at times. And we have eliminated some of that. I think you saw it in the Carolina game, but I think fatigue had as much to do with that in the St. Louis game. But we've been better defensively in those games.
Looking at Evan Rodriguez, obviously you talked about how important he's been this year. In the past, him kind of being that Swiss Army knife, he was more supporting
Yeah.
lines you were putting on, but now he's kind of driving the
Yes.
goal line. How has that changed for him this season? How have you kind of seen him evolve as a driver for you guys?
It's a continuation, and it is almost linear in his career here, in his improvement. He's a legitimate centerman now as well, and he can play on our top six on the wing and make the line better. His consistency, really, it's just that. He was always capable of putting it in games, but I think his strength is his ability to kill a play. And then we create a fair amount of offense on it. He almost leads our team in that metric. He can read the game very quickly of what's going to happen next. He's got a good stick and he's got good quickness. So his anticipation to a defensive position, and he's not a defensive sit-back player, but he kills an awful lot of plays. So the two guys that play with him get the benefit of getting a puck when the other team is at a deficit, right? They've tried to do something offensively. He kills the play. They're still in that offensive positioning, but now there's a broken play and there's a place for us to attack. And I think he led our team in even strength points in the finals 2 years ago because of that.
Cool, thank you, Coach.
Sergey. All right, everybody. See you tonight.